Welcome to Monday Motivation. Thank you all for joining. Whether you're listening live or you'll listen to the recorded message. But it's time for Monday Motivation. Today we're talking about why trauma makes memories hard, good memories hard to remember. So, have you ever wondered why painful memories seem to replay over and over, while the happiest moments can feel distant or difficult to remember? This is something that I've experienced going through my cancer journey and also other traumas in my life where I would just lay awake at night and worry about things that were out of my control, things that had happened. If you've experienced trauma, grief, illness, or overwhelming stress, you're not imagining it. Trauma changes the way the brain processes our memories. It makes painful experiences easier to recall while pushing many of those good memories into the background. But here's the encouraging news. Those good memories aren't gone. They didn't disappear. They'll, they are still there, and learning to reconnect with them is what we're going to talk about today. And it's an important part of our healing. Sometimes I call them lessons learned. When we go through bad situations, what is it that we can come out on the other side with so that we can lead a better normal? If we haven't met before, my name is Terri Sterk. I create transformational spaces where women wellness seekers step into their power. And when you have your power back, you can turn your pain into purpose and your survival into thriving. So, over the next few weeks, we'll go a little deeper into emotional healing, beginning today with part one. We'll talk about why our minds sometimes repress painful experiences. What happens when we consciously push difficult thoughts aside, and ultimately, how we can acknowledge what happened without allowing it to become the whole story of our lives. Think of this as a journey toward reclaiming your story, your whole story. The painful chapters, yes, they are there. But also the love, the joy, courage, faith, and beautiful memories belong there too. So today we're talking about something that has the power to change the way you think, the way you heal, and even the way your brain works. The painful memories that come quickly, the joyful ones are harder to find. You can remember exactly where you were when your world fell apart, I bet, or I imagine. You can replay conversations you wish you had gone differently. You can remember disappointments, betrayals, diagnosis, losses with remarkable clarity. Yet the beautiful moments often seem tucked away in the background. Why does that happen? Well, it's because our brains are designed to protect us. When we experience something frightening or deeply painful, our brain pays close attention. It looks for signs that the same thing might happen again to prepare us. But that's called a negative bias. At least that's what psychologists call it. It's how our brain works. It's part of how we survived. The brain gives greater weight to those negative experiences to protect us. And throughout human history, noticing danger helped us stay alive. The problem is that after trauma, this protective system can become overactive Instead of simply remembering difficult moments, we begin filtering much of life through them. We may start believing that our pain tells the whole story. But if we don't want that story to define us, we can learn to latch on to some good stuff too. The story is so much bigger than your hardest day. I like to think about, I'd like you to think about your body for a moment. If all you ate were candy, soda, potato chips, French fries, all those yummy things, eventually your body would begin to suffer. You wouldn't have the nutrients you need to stay healthy and heal. Your brain works much the same way. If all it ate every day was junk food, then eventually your brain would become unhealthy too. Just like your body needs vegetables and fruit and healthy proteins and whole grains to stay strong, your brain needs nourishment as well. Good memories are healthy food for the brain, for our minds. Those good memories remind us that we have been loved and protected and encouraged, forgiven, blessed. They build hope and resilience, gratitude, and emotional strength. Trauma, like breast cancer or like family estrangement or other sorts of loss, they keep serving us the same unhealthy meal, especially when they come one after the other. It continually brings painful memories back to the table until we can begin believing that pain is the whole story. Healing means intentionally feeding our minds with something different. Good memories are nourishment for the brain. They're like eating a fresh salad full of colorful vegetables every time you have a meal. Healthy fats and proteins, they're good for the brain too. They provide what your mind needs to build resilience, gratitude, hope, and that strength that we're talking about today. Negative memories grab your attention automatically because, like we said earlier, your body wants to protect itself. Your brain is protecting you. Positive memories require intention, and that's what we can learn to do. That's why it isn't enough to simply have the good memories. We need to call upon them often. We need to bring them back to the forefront of our minds. We need to revisit them, enjoy them again, and savor them, and be thankful for them. Every meaningful memory reminds us that life has always held more than pain. When I asked this question in a post on Facebook, I got lots of good answers. Everyone could understand that the good memories are there. Yes, they may have had, we may have gone through a chemo treatment or radiation or surgeries. But then remember the people who were there to support us, to help us get through it, or the meals that came to help us after the fact. There are good memories. I have many of them. I remember getting closer with some friends that where we hadn't been that close, but all of a sudden I saw them frequently. It's the people that brought me the beauty. I also spent lots of time outside in nature, and so that's a good memory I have as well. Researchers studying positive psychology have found that intentionally recalling these memories, these positive experiences, help improve our mood and reduce stress and strengthen us emotionally. It gives us resilience. Resilience to get through this difficult, dark time and get on with the good stuff. Gratitude, joy, love, and connection. It's a little like walking through a field. If you walk the same trail every day, it becomes easy to follow. Our thoughts work similarly. When we intentionally revisit memories of hope, kindness, and laughter, we begin to create stronger pathways. Healing often happens one thought at a time. I remember after my own breast cancer journey, there were seasons when everything reminded me of fear. Doctor's appointments, scans, waiting for test results. Those all consumed my thoughts. Every ache or pain made me wonder if cancer had returned. Those thoughts came naturally, but over time I realized that cancer was only one chapter of my story. It wasn't the whole book. I treasure the memories of my children laughing and playing in the rain, or family vacations. We did take a few of those, even during the journey. Friendships carried me through difficult seasons. People faithfully prayed for me. There were moments when I experienced God's peace in ways I still can't fully explain. If I only remembered the pain, I would miss out on all those countless reminders of all the good stuff in my life. How do we treasure those good memories? Let me offer 4 simple ideas. First is a gratitude memory journal. This is keeping a journal each day. Maybe you list out 5 things you're grateful for that day, or even one. You can begin with one thing I'm grateful for. Sometimes it's good to do that at the end of the day. Or if you track your gratitude at the beginning of the day, then you can anticipate good stuff to come. Write about one meaningful memory from your past that brings a smile to your face, or even as a child. That can help ignite positive memories. Write about it in a lot of detail too. How it felt, what you hear, how it smelled. Maybe it's food that you can taste. Our brains respond powerfully to those sensory details. A second idea is to look through old photographs. Don't rush through them. Sit and watch and see. Notice the faces, notice the places. Allow yourself to smile. Even if some people are no longer here with you, you can still be thankful that you had that time. You were blessed to share those moments together. Third, don't forget to tell stories. Share with your children or your grandchildren, your spouse or partner or a friend, other family members. Stories keep memories alive. They remind us where we've been and how far we've come. Fourth, be thankful for the life you have. You can say things like, thank you for my family, or thank you for my friend who helped me on a certain day. Thank you for the vacation or the birthday party or unexpected conversations with a stranger in the grocery store. Whatever happened that day, the little things and the big things. Specific gratitude changes the way we experience life. Now I want to acknowledge something really important. Some of you might be thinking, Terri, I don't have any good memories. It's all so dark. I don't want to remember it. Well, your story has always been bigger than your pain. I want to give you that encouragement. Somewhere in your story are moments of laughter and kindness and courage, answered prayers, unexpected friendships, beautiful sunsets, lots of color in the landscape, flowers, sunshine, people who loved you. Those memories deserve your attention too. Every time you remember them, savor them, reminding your brain that pain was never the whole story. Sometimes healing begins with finding one small light during that dark season. When you find one small light, it starts to open up and you see all kinds of lights. Over time, you'll begin noticing there were more lights than you realized. You start thinking about all you learned from that dark experience. I want to leave you with a challenge this week. Set aside 10 minutes. Maybe it's right after you listen to this message. Silence your phone and find an old photograph. Maybe it's photos from the time you went through your trauma. Open the pictures on your phone or simply sit in stillness quietly and ask yourself, what is one memory that still brings me joy? Spend a few moments reliving it. Smile, laugh, be grateful, and let that memory nourish your brain and your heart. Because your story is more than your pain. Your story is filled with grace and courage, growth, love, faithfulness, hope. Thank you so much for spending these moments with me today. If this message encouraged you, I'd love for you to tell others about it. I'll have it posted in our group um, within the next couple of hours, and it will be posted on YouTube on Thursday. I'd love to hear from you too. What is one good memory that came to mind that you want to treasure? What experience was positive about the trauma that you went through? Share in the comments below because your story can encourage someone else. And until next time, as always, I'm cheering you on.